No, I'm not gonna go to bed. I'm just gonna jam, bro.
Alright, don't play music then. Play your stupid bird thing. Alright?
You stupid-
Just don't play music right now, okay? Okay. So let me get back to my story, man. Like I'm trying to tell a story here. All right, so after Art gets a little less active, and
Flappy
so does
Bird,
TS. Okay,
YouTube, Flappy Bird.
play Flappy Bird. Let me do my little commentary here, okay? So after Art and TS both become less active, we stop running into each other as much, and that's just obviously because we were online less. But after that, obviously well, we're gonna have to get into something else, and this is gonna be longer commentary than I thought. But for the most part, I didn't have any problems on FN, except with a new issue I ran into near the end of Art, and that was Raptor. Me and Raptor had the same issue. We just did not see eye to eye. Now it's not really like that anymore, but it was just a weird kind of thing because I don't have a clue how that started, how because he didn't like Art either. I actually think we started out liking, like not disliking each other. Kind of the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and we both disliked Art. So it was, but I think they both disliked me too, right? It was like a hate triangle. It was weird,
Well,
but
Raptor hates everyone, dude.
well,
He's
it
a
was
very
just
hateful
weird though.
guy.
But then, like, that was the only other concern about me getting banned on Fragnation. Really, was Raptor would maybe get me banned on Fragnation. But for the most part, I stopped talking so much shit on Fragnation. I would talk shit off Fragnation, just in the lobby, stuff like that, where I can't get banned. So for the most part, after that, I didn't get into too much trouble on Fragnation. But then then started the trouble with admins. I didn't really have any trouble with admins for the most part, other than that incident with Funky Cupcake, until the admins like Squid, Triple, Carrie Iker, and all those people left. Because I had quite a bit of respect for all those admins. They ran Fragnation properly, and in my opinion, for the most part, didn't have too much bias. If they disliked the team and liked another one, and there was a ticket going on, they would put that aside and just do the ticket how it's supposed to be done, which is how it needs to be done. But the new admins, well, they weren't even new, but the higher up admins and then the new ones for Uncharted specifically, I never really liked, and they never really liked me for reasons I already explained. Like I talk shit to the admins, like I said earlier, the higher up admins even, and they always just kind of saw me as a nuisance because they could check my account record and they could see, oh, Sora's been banned, like 8 times, and he's been muted like 36 times. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if there was an argument between me and someone else, that would look really bad if they just looked at our thing and they're like, this guy's been banned this many times and this guy's been banned never. You know what I mean? So I think that played a role in it, but for the most part, I just felt like the admins didn't like me, and because of that, I was quite mean to them for the most part too. Like I would talk a lot of shit to them, but I would do it in any way I could to not get banned or muted. Like I would say things that are suggesting things. Like I would imply that I think they're stupid, or I would imply things like that, but I would try and stay within the bounds of what I can say without getting muted. But that may have kept me from being muted and banned from those people, but for the most part, it just made them hate me, which was kind of the goal, because I hated them, and you know what, I wanted them to dislike me because they already did, and I didn't care if they liked me or not. I really didn't care. But I always felt, and I still feel to this day, that the admins can't be doing that. Like, if you dislike someone and you're running this site, you gotta put that behind you. There are gonna be immature people, like I was for a very long time, that are gonna talk shit about you and stuff like that.
No.
Like, I don't act like that on Fragnation as much anymore, but anyway. So they gotta, they can't be doing that kind of thing.
Mature.
Bro, shut the fuck up. But, okay, Soul Scream, you're getting me off track. Alright, so, the main thing was that really got me upset with that, like, I understand them, like, calling me stupid behind my back, or even kind of in my face implying it and stuff like that, because I would do the same thing, and I really have nothing against that. But then as soon as you step over that line, and they would do things like they would ban me for a couple of days. There was a couple of tournaments we would be playing in, and I would get like just the season finales for a few things. We got banned out of 2 of those tournaments for like 3 days, just when we were supposed to play our match. Soulscream, stop talking about Flappy Bird. But we would be playing a match, or we would have a match scheduled for a tournament, and I would get banned, like literally on the day of the scheduling for that match. And it would just enrage me. Like, I would get so mad, because there's a difference between talking shit and then doing something. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, if it was for prizes or something, it would really be illegal. So it's just unfair in so many ways. And I understand that they didn't like me, but I ran a ladder on Frag Nation a little while ago, and there was a ton of teams on there I didn't like, man. There's people messaging me saying, yo, fix my ticket, you're stupid, stuff like that. I fixed their ticket, whether or not I liked them. I fixed it based on what needed to be fixed. Like, it wasn't, like, you got to put that stuff aside. And I just thought, you know what, I hate these guys, so that already didn't help. But then I hate these guys, they hate me, but they're cheating me out of stuff. They're giving me ridiculous bans and stuff for stuff that actually doesn't warrant a ban on their site by their terms, just to make us lose matches and stuff. And I thought, you know, to piss me off, and I still kind of do think that's what it is. They're like, let's just get Sora mad. But so that's been happening for a while now on Frag Nation, a long time. And then I quit Frag Nation a little while ago. And I didn't really quit in the sense I didn't deactivate my account or nothing like that. I didn't do anything like big. I just slowly stopped playing Frag Nation. Thank God I just got that ramp, but I just died too. But I just slowly stopped playing Frag Nation until I just stopped altogether completely. And that was when I went over and I played some Black Ops 2. I played a lot of Black Ops 2 for a little while there. And I still came back to Uncharted 3 a lot because I enjoy Uncharted 3, but I was just sick of the admins and the people on Frag Nation for a long time. I was just sick of them, and I didn't want to put up with them, so I didn't go on the site for a long time. But I love to play Uncharted 3, I really do. If I didn't, I wouldn't be on here right now. So I was playing Uncharted 3, and my teammates, obviously, they want to play some FNs again. So I'm like, okay, I'll get back on. And now we're coming up to the more recent stuff. I would get back on, and I would get banned for nothing. Like I could say absolutely, there's a censor symbol on Frag Nation, and if any of you guys know that, there's a censor symbol on Frag Nation. I would get muted for using that censor symbol. So I could say the word, like, fuck, but knowing that it would be censored, so it wouldn't be a problem. You can't get banned for that. There's nothing they can ban or mute you for. I would get muted for that. And then they would mute me for that, and I would get pissed. And then I would start messaging the admins, saying, you can't mute me for this. This is ridiculous. That's absurd. How am I muted? Explain to me what rule I broke. And what they would do is just not reply to me for like 8-9 days. And I can get screenshots of that if I go on my account. But I can't right now because I'm IP banned, and we're getting up to that. So recently, the last time I signed on to Frag Nation was, or a couple of months ago, I got on the ladder, the UCL ladder, and I got banned from the ladder. Like, not banned from Frag Nation, but like STF, like, banned me from the ladder. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm banned from the ladder? You don't have that kind of authority. You can't just ban me from the ladder. So he says, yeah, that's too bad. I'm banning you from the ladder. You can't play on the ladder. And he couldn't ban my account or anything, but if we would play a match, he would just give us the loss, and then he'd kick us off the freaking ladder and say, your team will not be put back on the ladder until you until you get Sora off the team. So I got really pissed off, and I made my own Frag Nation ladder. And people were skeptical. I said to the admins, my last message to STF before I went and made that ladder was something along the lines of, fine, I will go make my own ladder on Frag Nation. It'll be better than your ladder on Frag Nation. In 2 weeks' time, it'll be bigger than yours. In 5 days, it was bigger than his ladder. 5 days. It was the biggest ladder on all of Frag Nation. The admins didn't like that. Obviously, the admins did not like that at all. So what they did is first they messaged me and they said, "You're mute," or they muted me. They muted me in the second day because I was messaging FTF saying, "Yo, I'm 5 teams away from being the bigger than your ladder." So like I was just bugging them and stuff. But they muted me. And I still ran it anyway. I'm doing tickets and stuff while muted, which is just a pain in the ass. But then, after 5 days or so, they messaged me saying, we want to take control of your ladder. And I said, no, you can't have my ladder. And then they were just saying things like, well, that's too bad. And I just said to them, no, you can't have it. There's nothing in your rules. And then I called one of them an idiot or something along the lines. I was literally banned before the next link I clicked on Frag Nation, like I was on a private message and I went to my ladder, I was banned before I got to that link.